How you doing, everyone? Greetings and welcome back to the basement. So before we begin anything at all, what I want to do is first of all wish each and every one of you the very best for 2023, and I hope that you had a fantastic Christmas and holiday period the end last year. I know I sure as hell did. But anyway, here I am more or less back. Well, I'm not really. What I'm doing is this is a kind of a test video to get myself sorted up again, because I haven't actually touched any kind of video stuff in the last 2 to 3 months. I've been doing very little apart from playing around with the systems that I have. And I decided what I'd do was I'd throw this video together in order to just try and get myself set up again, but also to let you know what it is I'm kind of planning to do with the channel in the coming year. Now, this is in no way any kind of set in stone promise type thing, but what I would like to do with the channel in the coming year. So before I said that I would like to change around the format a little bit, and some people said they kind of like the format as it was. So that's fair enough. That means I've got a little bit less work to do, which is fantastic. But still, I would like to change things around a little bit. So what I decided to do was the videos that I'm going to make are going to kind of be 3 different types of video, more or less. What I'll do is the first type will be pretty much what I was doing before, where we look at a system and fool around with it and get it working and whatnot. But that even in itself will be a little bit changed, because in playing around with systems and all the rest, I realized that I actually have an awful lot of stuff, and there's no point in me buying more stuff. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Some of the stuff I have is fallen into disrepair, so it needs to be repaired at times. So I figured, well, look, that'd make good videos, you know, trying to repair stuff that's broken, and also doing upgrades on any of the systems that could still do with upgrades. And there are quite a few there that I could make bits and pieces for. And also that kind of dovetails into another thing. A year or 2 ago, when I had my Alice 4K and I made the 128 kilobyte memory expansion for it, I said I wanted to make a little series of videos showing how I make point-to-point soldered boards, hand soldered, on prototyping boards, you know, a cheap way of making it. And I never got around to doing that. So that's really what the first lot, or the first type of video that I'd be making would be. What we were doing before, only more on kind of upgrades and making stuff for the systems. Now, the second type of video is what I would call a retrospective video. And the reason that I'd like to do that is that there are a couple of devices that I've made in the past, long before I ever had a YouTube channel. So I spoke before of an arcade cabinet that I made. So again, that is made and it's here and it's working. So the only way I could really show it to you is to show you the finished product and show you how I put it together, more or less, because I don't have any footage of any of that stuff. So retrospective videos will deal with stuff that I've already made and put together, and I'll show you those finished, how they work, how I went about putting them together, and some little bits and pieces that I came across, kind of things that might help if you were trying to do them yourselves. And if there's interest, or if people are interested enough in a particular aspect of something, I can maybe make another video concentrating more on that particular thing. And then the third type of video that I'm talking about, now this is something very, very alien to me, and it's to do with programming, because I'm the first to put up my hand and say I'm not great at programming. But what I would like to do, and what I've always wanted to do, was to teach myself a little bit of programming, something simple. So a system that isn't simple to program for at all is the Atari 2600, the VCS, because all the programming that's done on it is in assembly code. But back in 2005, there was a new language written for it that is a kind of a bridge between BASIC and assembly. And it's christened, or it was called Batari BASIC. And it's a basic programming language that you use, is compiled, and you can write games and stuff for your Atari 2600. Now, I've been fooling around with it, and I'll show you 1 or 2 of the bits I got here. This guy here is a little skeleton. I robbed the design from off the internet, but the sprite I created using Batari BASIC, and I've got him moving around, I've got him animated, and he'll also shoot. And we've also got some collision detection in there. You can see him flashing and changing colors. But it shows that Batari BASIC is something that anyone can do, because I can do it. So I was hoping what I could do maybe is a kind of a blind, well, it really would be a blind leading the blind type thing, because usually tutorials are somebody who knows what they're doing showing people how to do things. But this would be me learning how to do this stuff and kind of sharing my learning with you, and we could help each other maybe if anybody was interested in that kind of thing. So that was the third type of idea that I had, that we could maybe do a few videos on once every so often. Now, speaking of videos on once every so often, the other thing was I was working hard before to try and get a video out every fortnight. The aim was to get one out every week, but that just wasn't doable. And one a fortnight turned out to be doable, but kind of hard to do. So I think the best thing to say is that any videos that will be coming out from this channel will be kind of coming out when they come out, more or less. I'll try and make videos fairly regular and put them out. But if I miss a week here or there, it's something that's going to happen. Equally, there may be times that there's 2 or 3 videos, one after the other, a week after the other, and that could well happen as well. But I guess what I'm saying is really, I don't want to commit myself to doing videos every set amount of time, and I think it'll probably work out better that kind of way, because I won't be under pressure and I might even get more out that way. But yeah, that's that about the channel there. The other thing I wanted to say was to thank everybody who subscribed from the very beginning. But today, when I checked, we're at 1,028 subscribers. So thanks to everybody new who has subscribed since I took my little holiday break. And as we have passed 1,000 subscribers, I've still got one of those at-game blast Atari thingies that plug into a TV to give away. So we'll be doing that fairly soon as well. And just before I wrap up, I'd like to give a shout out and a huge thank you to a subscriber of the channel called Tron Magnum. You may have seen some of the comments he's left in many videos before down below. But he, just after I announced that I was going to take a little break last November, he sent me a mail. And in it, he linked a video that Adrian Black had done, showing this little guy here, which is a little portable oscilloscope. And Adrian Black was very, very impressed with it. And Tron Magnum said to me, he said, "Peter, I'm going to buy one of these oscilloscopes for myself. And if you're interested, I'll get one for you as well." Now, the oscilloscope I was using previously was a little DIY job that I had made up myself. And although it worked a little bit, it was, well, it was fine, but it was kind of hard to use. It was cumbersome. It wasn't, I suppose, 100% accurate. It didn't have many features and all the rest. So when he offered it to me, I took him up on the offer, and it seems to be a fantastic little unit. So Tron Magnum, I thank you greatly for that, sir. And I wish you a happy new year, as I do everybody else as well. So that's pretty much it for a channel update. As I say, in February, there'll be a video coming along on that arcade cabinet that I made. So until then, everyone, have a very happy January, and we'll talk to you all very, very soon. PD out. Bye.